at the core of Glasgow, the objective of the negotiations, in the words of Prime Minister Johnson, is to keep 1.5 alive. In other words, to have enough ambition from countries and a series of initiatives so that the world can still get emissions down fast enough so that we can limit temperature increases to 1.5 degrees. Now, there's been big progress already. Targets put in place by India, a huge ending deforestation pact announced 2 days ago. Big news on ending coal, powering past coal being announced today as we're speaking. So, and progress expected on methane led by the United States, a 30% reduction in methane. So these components are big, they're all significant, but we need all of them and more in order to, as I say, keep 1.5 alive. And as you say, what business is looking for, what finance is looking for, is a clear roadmap of not just objectives, but very importantly, policy, so it can make the investments that are necessary and improve people's lives.
So what does this money go towards?
Yeah.
This money that you're talking about, how does it get invested, by whom and where?
Well, so these are the world's largest banks, virtually all the world's systemically important banks, the leading asset managers, the big pension funds from around the world, 45 different countries, over 450 different institutions. It takes a lot to get to $130 trillion of assets. And it goes to their clients first and foremost. These are institutions that go out to their clients, all of whom, or most of whom, have figured it out that they are going to need to decarbonize, get their own emissions down quite rapidly. Now, in some sectors, that's relatively straightforward. Think about the tech sector, where effectively you're looking to buy in renewable power. You have to make some investments, but it's straightforward. In other sectors, the steel sector, the auto sector, as two big examples, you're retooling business processes. Autos, obviously, you're moving from internal combustion engines to zero emission vehicle. And if you're in Europe, you've got to do that by 2030. So it has to go quite rapidly. That takes tremendous amount of capital in order to get there. And that's where a lot of this money is going to go. And if I could simplify it, there is a lot which will go to proven net zero renewable technologies, wind, solar, et cetera, rolled out at enormous scale. But then a whole other component of it is going to go to where the emissions are today, those hard to abate sectors, steel, cement, automobiles, other transport, shipping, to make big investments to get emissions down.
It's going to be slow, isn't it, in the sense of once the headline number has been grasped and gasped, but at the end of the day, this money gets spent and it gets dissipated around the world in a much more slower fashion. And I wonder how you keep control of all of that, because we've missed targets so far, Mark. Targets have been missed, and on something this gigantic scale, they'll be missed again.
Well, I'll say a couple of things. First, it helps if you're going to have a target. It helps to have people who can count, make those targets, and very clear things you can count. Now, the financial sector, the world's biggest banks, insurers, asset managers, and others, they know how to count. And these are targets around emissions specifically, where they are today and where they're going, and they will be reporting those emissions, again, of their portfolios, not just their own, but of their portfolios, people they invest in, lend to, on an annual basis. And they will have 5-year targets for their own emission reduction, again, of those clients. So, and I think actually the money is going to move pretty quickly. This is one of the big elements of the growth story of this expansion, is going to be the scale of investment that's shifting into these areas. And after all, Richard, if we're going to be on track, if we're going to keep 1.5 degrees alive, the world needs to get emissions down by over 45%, almost 50% this decade. That's not going to happen by flipping a switch. It's going to happen by big investment, big shifts of capital. So if we're going to get there, the money's going to have to move. But one thing, just to reiterate to your point, this is from the financial sector. They know how to count. They're going to be accountable for this, and we will know who's making progress and who's lagging behind.